Awesome with the mic.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, I think that was the cue to stop. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. It always looks so much better from atop. That's how God sees us, right? Yeah. Morning. Nick, thank you. Thank you for I don't even know how I got involved in this. I was here last year, sitting there, and somehow this year I'm up here, wondering. Nancy, thank you so much. That was wonderful. Just so much wisdom. I want to recognize my husband, who happens to be around this time around, and my senior pastor, Dr. Binaya, who is and so, thank you. 10 minutes kind of seems long, but it's also very short. So what can I tell you in 10 minutes about New Americans? That's the charge for me. The New Americans in Columbus, in Franklin County, here. I think many of us already know. Immigration numbers have tripled since 1970. Like, we used to be like 3% immigrants in the US, now it's 15%. So we're talking 54 million people. And so we could go through the data, and I know, Rachel, thank you so much. That will make it up to the State of the City website very soon. But as you go through all some of the data on immigrants and immigration and what's going on, we are not one of the 5 big ones, like California, Texas, and all those. But here's one very interesting point of note. Franklin County right now for African immigrants stands about number 7. Wow. I don't know if you walked around Columbus, this area, eating in the restaurants, it's just everything you can think of, from Ethiopia to Nigeria to Ghana. It's so diverse. Yeah. So we stand now at number 7 above Dallas, Texas, if you can believe that. And I know we didn't even catch all the numbers because we have some issues with the last census, which we won't talk about right now. Amen? So all I can do this morning is kind of give you a picture of what it looks like. Who are these people? What are we doing here? What in the world are we doing here? Right? So again, my pastor and the rest of the team over there from Christ International Community Church, that's our motto, loving God, loving people, transformed to serve. Yeah. Nancy, we're trying to do that. It's all about serving, right? But the church in Columbus is so diverse. So I just put up a few, and I know some of the pastors are here as well. Pastor Bigbe is here, Triumphant Chapel, Jesus Power. Many denominational, many non-denominational, but Africans usually try to get together as country-based organizations. Yeah. So Nigerians in diaspora, Liberians, Senegalese, so diverse, right? And they kind of do the same thing with the churches too. So you see many churches that are led or themed by country, or by language, or by linguistics. But totally, yeah, you can't read the other one because it's America, Ethiopia, right? But we are here, and there are hundreds of these churches in the area. Yeah. Believe it or not. Some big, some really small. Okay? But let's talk about the other things beyond churches, because I know we're talking about the marketplace, the church beyond the building, the church beyond the Sunday gatherings, right? When I served as chair of the inaugural commission on African immigrants, and this was Kasich did the appointment, and then DeWine reappointed us, right? It was a commission that was just knowing the numbers that are here in Columbus, saying we need a commission, just like we have one for Hispanics. We need a commission for African immigrants. And we went around and did lots and lots of listening tours across the state, right? And you find out there are just so many things, so many collaborations, so many businesses already in place. Our goal as we move forward before Columbus is connecting. Really, these things are already happening, right? We work with Arab Americans. The Ghana Council is one of the most organized. I mean, they have the churches already listed, they meet, they have festivals. So there's so much vitality in the Franklin County area that we're going to tap into beyond the church. Amen?
Amen.
And again, I recognize so many others. I love the fact that we're talking kingdom. And kingdom is always about the bride of Christ. What are people doing? How are they doing it, and how can we connect to that? Before I get to the last, and so many of us authors, I'd like to mention this guy there. You can see it very well. Dr. Olutoye Oloyinka. I'm not Yoruba, but I can speak that very well. Lives here in Columbus. Did the first surgery, fetal surgery, taking a baby out of the fetus, doing surgery on the baby, and putting the baby back.
Wow.
Here in Columbus, I'm just trying to give us a picture of his young guy. Dr. Bigman, stand up. I keep calling you Doctor. Pastor Bigman, are you there? Stand up.
She's at the back. At the back.
Oh, there she is. Thank you. Runs a coaching program. She's a pastor of a church, but also runs a coaching program here. One of our friends, Africa to the Rest, he lives in Canada, moves back and forth. This book on Africa to the Rest talks about Africa currently is the continent with the most Christians. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Hold that thought as we talk about 4 Columbus, right? And of course, mine and others as well. So I'm really going to end here. If somebody's timing me. Why do I put this up? As we look at all these things happening, so my church, Dr. Simbo Odunaya, who's an aeronautical engineer, all of us work, we're not paid pastors. Hello, I have to say that. So we're all paid, I have to put it on there. But as we talk about the Africans and the new Americans in Columbus, one thing for sure, we're talking about unity. We're talking about the bride of Christ. One thing